Either I'm getting really, really zen, or my threshold for stress has gotten way too high.
Well, we're also a yoga instructor, so I'd like to just say it's just zen out, baby.
Oh yes, it's all the yoga, guys. It's all the yoga, of course. I don't know any crazy yogis.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to our interview series with our wonderful guest stars. Coming up on the next episode of What's Your Problem, guest starring is the wonderful and talented Hannah Rose Broom, and joining us today. So thank you, Hannah, for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me, y'all.
Actually, this is so perfect because I love the dress that you're wearing, but it has kind of a vintage feel to it. Yeah, because when Jeff and I were first looking at the footage of the episodes you're kind of all aglow in candlelight. I don't want to give anything away, but we couldn't help but notice that you have a very vintage aura about you. Have you? Oh, I was gonna ask.
No.
I was gonna ask if you've ever played any roles in period pieces, or are you interested in playing roles in period pieces?
Oh yes, both. I have. It is one of the essences that has come up for me. I like that I can just throw that colloquial out with you all. But it's definitely an essence that I've gotten, shared with me over the years. Well before I actually did Sam Christensen's class, so I did have a feeling about that. But I love history, so I love historical fiction, and even getting to do more or not, I guess not autobiographical, but more biographical work. So yeah, both.
That's
I
awesome.
could totally see that. Is there someone that you would love to play or from the past?
Well, I have to give that some new thought. Um, but what I always used to share was when I was about 16 to 18, I had boy short hair, and I would get stopped on the street by random strangers who would say that I looked like Princess Diana. Now I don't have the blue eyes, but it was just constantly, and so I would always joke then that one day I'll put a blue contacts and I'll play Princess Di. I think that time might be passing. So let me give it some thought. There are lots of people that I do know that I would love to portray, but yeah.
We should probably tell the viewers that the three of us met in Sam Christensen's workshop, and Manny as well, who's also in this episode. So this is so cool. It's a wonderful like little mini reunion. We talked with Manny before. But yeah, he's, for folks of you who don't know, Sam Christensen was a wonderful casting director in Los Angeles, who also taught a wonderful actors workshop about finding your essence. And unfortunately, he's passed away now, but lives on in our hearts, and was the inspiration for us, frankly, doing this show. So shout out to Sam.
And if I'm not mistaken, was it Ed Harris? His career, for people who don't know and aren't into casting directors, didn't was it Ed Harris's career that he kind of started?
Yes.
He had a great story. Yeah. From what I understand, he kept bringing him back and bringing him back and bringing him back over and over and over again on the TV show MASH, and he kept not getting cast. And then they ended up finally just writing an episode for Ed Harris because they loved him so much.
So you've been.
And I'd like to throw in.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to throw in a little plug for anybody who is watching this, that the Sam Christensen workshop is still alive here in Atlanta. We have a great community here, and they have what carried on his tradition of helping actors find their many essences, so that no matter what role you're playing, you're bringing part of your authentic self to it. So I would look into it. I just want to throw that plug in there.
Have you been working on anything artistically since we wrapped filming?
I've been making, art for myself, and then also a few commissions I've been working on. So that's been keeping me busy. And then I was really blessed. I might have shared this with you, Jeff. I do some witness preparation for depositions and trials, testimony preparation. And that has taken me on a really interesting little journey with doing work with the Georgia Asylum and Immigration Network here in Atlanta. So this past year, they reached out and I've been helping them come up with some skills to share with their volunteer attorneys to help work with many of their victims of violence, how to help them write their affidavits and testimony without the re-traumatization of going through their narrative so many times. So I've been staying busy with lots of little different things and trying to make it all balanced somehow.
Wow, that is, I think, the most diverse set of skills. And you're a yoga teacher on top of that.
I'm a yoga teacher. I do still teach private lessons virtually. It's been going well.
And if memory serves, I think you're also an astronaut with NASA. Isn't that right?
Yeah, when I was younger and I was living in Houston in my previous life, I was I worked for NASA.
That's obviously a joke, but everybody else, I mean, all the other stuff you shared is absolutely legit. So that's amazing. You are a Renaissance person.
Yes. Full circle. I'm very much a historical figure.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, I know that you're probably not busy in the dating scene right now, especially with, how would you even have time to date? But in your episode, you have a date with a slightly unexpected twist. So if you can think back to when you were dating and single and you were on a bad date, did you ever have a go-to move to end things early?
Oh no. I'm genuinely a little bit socially awkward, believe it or not. And I feel like I just awkward my way out of situations. But unfortunately, I haven't been dating for a while. My lovely partner Siddharth is in the other room. But I think I would usually use the excuse that I had to go teach yoga really early. Oh, I have a really early yoga class. I'm so sorry I have to go. Oh, thank you for the drink, but I can't be hungover for yoga. That was probably my move. Or just like pretending like I didn't hear them walking away.
Nice. Yeah, that's credible. Yeah, totally good for that. Yeah.
Although I love your phrase of your turn of phrase, I just kind of awkward my way out of it. We need to turn that into an episode.
That's hilarious. Well, I mean, your date, you've obviously overcome the awkwardness because certainly in the episode that you're in, you have a wonderful date, sort of, with your fella, and yeah, well, we're not going to spoil it. And he buys you a drink, and it's a very interesting drink. Do you have a favorite drink or a cocktail when you go out that you like?
Or stay in.
Or stay in, make
stay in. I would say that, it's either a nice dry rosé, believe it or not,
nice.
Or cocktail-wise, I don't like super sweet drinks. So I typically will go for like a really nice, like high-end tequila, club soda, lemon or lime, something similar with a very nice vodka.
Nice.
So really sweet drinks kind of turn me off. So yeah, keep it simple.
Well, that's because you're sweet enough already. So.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Hannah. Everybody, please tune in this week to watch Hannah's episode and the wonderful stuff that happens on What's Your Problem. And thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah, for being here.
Thank you. I hope everyone enjoys watching.
Bye.
Bye.